So I asked you guys on my Instagram what kind of new recipes you'd like to see me make, and the most popular answers were chocolate and eggless recipes. So today I decided to combine both in these raspberry chocolate shortbread bars. It's basically a layer of shortbread topped off with a fudgy chocolate layer, more shortbread crumble, chocolate, and raspberry jam. I recently made it for all my master's friends because we had our last class where we got to meet in person, which was super nice after this long time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as we did. Let's get started. I have here 225 grams or 1 cup of soft, unsalted butter, to which I'm adding in half a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, pour in 100 grams or half a cup of sugar. Now I like to use demerara sugar. You can use brown sugar or granulated sugar as a replacement, just whatever you have on hand. Cream the ingredients together until they're smooth, and then stir in 275 grams or 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to use a wooden spoon from start to finish because 1, minimal dishes, and 2, you get the satisfaction of doing everything from scratch, but feel free to use any device you fancy. You should be left with a nice thick mass. Now I have here a 20 by 30 centimeter or 9 by 13 inch rectangular pan that I've lined with some parchment paper. You want to spoon about 3/4 of the mixture into the pan and reserve about a cup of the dough for later on for that crumble topping. Just mold the dough into an even layer covering the entirety of the base and just very slightly up the sides. And then you want to bake this for about 13 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until the edges are just beginning to turn a beautiful golden brown, and let the crust cool while you prepare the filling. Now this is a fudge chocolate filling, and you'll need to make this by adding 250 grams or approximately 9 ounces of dark chocolate to a bowl. I like 80% cacao solids. You can use a lower percentage of course if you prefer something a bit sweeter. Also pour in a can 390 grams of sweetened condensed milk and 1 teaspoon of instant espresso powder. This deepens the chocolate flavor, so I would recommend adding it if you can. Pop this into the microwave, stirring after every 30 seconds or so, or until the chocolate has melted completely. It should take around 1.5 to 2 minutes. You can also do this step over a double boiler if you don't have a microwave. You just want to stir it until it's luscious, thick, rich, chocolatey, all of the above. Finally, I also like to add in a half teaspoon of salt to help cut through the sweetness of that condensed milk and chocolate. Now spread the chocolate fudge mixture over the shortbread crust. Work quickly because the longer you wait, the firmer the chocolate will get and the more difficult the chocolate will be to spread. I like to use an offset spatula to ensure a nice smooth finish. Next, sprinkle atop 50 grams or half a cup of roughly chopped nuts. I like walnuts, pecans are also great, as are hazelnuts, and if you really don't like nuts, feel free to leave these out. Now for some extra indulgence, also sprinkle atop 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of chopped dark chocolate or chocolate chips. And now remember that dough we had set aside? Well, that comes in here. So just crumble the dough using your fingertips, distributing it across the surface of the dessert. Just get to all those corners. And finally, for that flair, some raspberry jam. This is 175 milliliters or 3/4 of a cup. Now, usually I just go with however much I'm feeling, so that was this amount, but you can add more or less if you like. The only thing I can say is make sure to use some good quality jam, one that you enjoy eating by itself, and just drizzle that atop. So bake the bars at 180 degrees Celsius for 35 to 40 minutes, or until you can see that shortbread on the top beginning to brown, and then let these cool completely before cutting. It should take about an hour or so. Now I actually like to chill these overnight in the fridge, which ensures nice, clean cuts. A little goes a long way here because these are quite decadent. A layer of crisp shortbread, chocolate fudge, more shortbread, nuts, and jam. You really can't go wrong with these. What I love about these bars is that they're quite stunning. They also manage to hold their shape really well, making a great addition to a bake sale or a potluck. One of those recipes that's perfect for any occasion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make these chocolate raspberry shortbread bars. For more recipes like this and for this full recipe, be sure to check out the blog at hotchocolatehits.com. And for all the latest and greatest, you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm at hotchocolatehits and also on Pinterest. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments down below. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.